Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, my pre-market thoughts. As you guys already know, I have committed myself all in onto NVDA, and yesterday didn't go very well and the market went down. I still think that I have made the right moves. In fact, I think nobody in the market exactly knows what's going to happen with NVIDIA, what the results are going to be like. So literally everybody is gambling, and I think I'm gambling too, which is totally against what I believe I should do with the stocks. But here we are, the commitment is already done, and 28th after hours is going to be the moment of truth, and we'll see what happens. But right now what I'm seeing is that the futures are looking a little bright. So today we are going to take a temperature of what's happening pre-market so that we can get an idea of what could happen during the day, and then I'll be back midday to give you how I feel about my situation and what I think is likely to happen. With that said, let's get started. Welcome back, friends. First, let's go to the TradingView platform to have a look at the markets, and then we'll look at some news items which are favorable to my thought process. Well, let's start off with NASDAQ futures, and you can see NASDAQ futures is mildly positive. It has got a gain of 13 points or 0.07%. That's okay in my books. And QQQ, we are looking at QQQ out here. I'm just going to expand the chart so that we can see it clearly. So far it has tracked the path that is common for the two options that I had predicted. And today we are going to see if we are going to bounce back from this line of support at 474.19, or if we are going to consolidate on top of this line of support, waiting to bounce back after the 28th when NVIDIA gives its results. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I do not visualize NVIDIA falling all the way down and taking QQQ to 449.17 as yet. I don't see that possibility happening. MACD is also bullish and momentum is also above average. So I don't see the prospect of us going all the way down to 449.17. That said, let's go and have a look at AI. And I'm looking at the Mag 7 first. Google is mildly positive pre-market. Tesla is mildly positive pre-market. Apple is slightly negative pre-market. Meta is mildly positive pre-market. Amazon is mildly positive pre-market. Microsoft is mildly positive pre-market. AMD also is mildly positive pre-market. Palantir is negative pre-market. And FNGU is mildly positive pre-market. Now let's look at NVIDIA, what NVIDIA is doing. NVIDIA is slightly negative. It's down 3 cents pre-market. And just a moment ago when I had a look at it, it was up a few cents. So it's fluctuating around there. I think that the market is not quite ready to make up its mind, and there is a bit of consolidation out here. Let us go and have a look at this in a weekly time scale and see what it looks like. And you can see we have a doji candle out here with equal size wicks on both sides, and we are still above the diagonal line of support from the previous bullish wedge. So I think the play is all intact. We are just waiting for NVIDIA results to come in, and there are a few items in the news that appeal to me, and I'm going to show them to you. Let us look at the first one. Eli Lilly releases new form of weight loss drug, Zepbound, for half the price to boost access and supply. I think this is going to take a hit on Altimmune because pemvidutide is taking too long to come out, and if there are cheaper forms, then the potential valuation for Altimmune should go down. And as you can see here, Altimmune is down pre-market by around 5 cents. So I suppose that Altimmune will start off consolidate in the lower end a little bit if this news has got much impact in the market. Next, this is NVIDIA partner says it can cut data center energy use by 50% as AI boom strains power grid. This kind of supports what I was talking about yesterday about Blackwell reducing energy consumption, and now we have a partner also saying that they would be able to reduce the power consumption for AI, and that I think is a good news. That will enable more uptake, and there will be less regulatory hassles and other things as hyperscalers try to ramp up their AI infrastructure. The next one is Jim Cramer says big tech stocks haven't hit a bottom yet. So generally whatever Jim Cramer says, I take the opposite of it, and it has always more or less come true. So let us see what happens this time. Maybe the big tech bounces back today. Then we have copper prices near 6-week high. As one strategist says, the worst of the correction is over. So this again goes back to my take on QQQ, where I'm saying that QQQ is going to, let me go to the daily view, and then we can see that QQQ is going to bounce off 474.19 and will not go all the way to 449.17. So that's what I take from this news piece out here. And then we have the stock market heat map, where I have looked at a 1-week performance, and you can see the money is still there in the stock market, but it's out of the Mag 7 and especially the semiconductors. The entire semiconductor equipment area is absolutely red, and so is NVDA. So I think this is all sentimental. Many people would have a lot of gains on NVDA, and they might want to capitalize on those gains because their risk becomes very high in their portfolio. NVDA would have become a much bigger percentage holding. So there is going to be that bit of selling of NVDA, and probably that is happening right now. And those people might have already bought options to cover up and buy the stock back again. So those moves are probably taking place in the background, and that's why we are going to see a bit of consolidation in NVIDIA. And then after the result, I expect that things should go up. Again, a lot of things will depend on the commentary from NVIDIA. If NVIDIA has a commentary that gives a positive forward-looking outlook, then I think everything is going to be great. And some of the experts are talking about wanting to look at Blackwell and its logistics, the delays and other things. So that's one aspect. The second is the power consumption aspect. If we get any confirmation about lower power consumption, then that would be great. And yeah, I think there is already a big market for H200 for in the resale sector. So upgrading is going to be very easy for the companies which already have H200s, because they can sell the H200s and go for Blackwell. So I'm thinking that we are in a very good setup for NVIDIA. I may be proved wrong on the 28th after hours, but I've decided to take a stand here. Guys, I would like to hear from you what you're thinking. Do you have NVIDIA? Please disclose your situation. Are you also riding along with me, or are you a contrarian? And are you thinking that NVIDIA is going to crash the markets? So with that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end, and I'll go for my walk. I'll be back again later on during the day to comment on how the market is going and how my opinion evolves. With that, my friends, catch up with you again in the next video. See you later.